How now? Alright, we're going to do Timon of Athens. However, before we get to do this, get out the Bible here, we're going to do chapter 36 of Jeremiah, where I'm still at. And it came to pass in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, that this word came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Take thee a roll of books, and write therein all the words that I have spoken unto thee against Israel and against Judah, and against all the nations, from the day I spake unto thee, from the days of Josiah even unto this day. It may be that the house of Judah will hear all the evil which I purpose to do unto them, that they may return every man from his evil way, that I may forgive their iniquity and their sin. Then Jeremiah called Baruch, the son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the Lord which he had spoken unto him upon a roll of a book. And Jeremiah commanded him, saying, I am shut up, I cannot go into the house. Therefore go thou and read the roll which thou hast written from my mouth, the words of the Lord in the ears of the people in the Lord's house upon the fasting day, and also thou shalt read them in the ears of all Judah that come out of their cities. It may be they will present through a supplication before the Lord, and will return every one from his evil way. For great is the anger and the fury the Lord hath pronounced against the people. And Baruch, the son of Neriah, did according to all that Jeremiah the prophet commanded him, reading in the book of the words of the Lord in the Lord's house. And it came to pass in the 5th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, in the 9th month, that they proclaimed a fast before the Lord to all the people in Jerusalem, and to all the people that came from the cities of Judah unto Jerusalem. Then read Baruch in the book the words of Jeremiah in the house of the Lord, in the chamber of Gemariah, the son of Jephum, the scribe, in the higher court at the entry gate at the Lord's house, in the ears of all the people. When Micaiah, the son of Jamariah, the son of Jephon, and heard of all the book, all the words of the Lord, then he went down into the king's house, into the scribe's chamber. And lo, all the princes sat there, even Elishama, the scribe, and Delaiah, the son of Shemaiah, and Elnathan, the son of Achbor, and Jamariah, the son of Japhan, and Zegekah, the son of Hananiah, and all the princes. Then Micaiah declared unto them all the words that he had heard, when Baruch read the book in the ears of all the people. Therefore all the princes sent Judi, the son of Nethani, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Cushi, unto Baruch, saying, Take in thy hand the roll wherein thou hast read in the ears of the people, and come. So Baruch the son of Uriah took the roll in his hand, and came unto them. And they said unto him, Sit down now, and read it in our ears. So Baruch read it in their ears. Now it came to pass, when they had heard all the words, they were afraid, both one and other, and said unto Baruch, We will surely tell the king of all these words. And they asked Baruch, saying, Tell us now, how didst thou write all these words at his mouth? Then Baruch answered them, He pronounced all these words unto me with his month, and I wrote them with ink in the book. Then said the princes unto Baruch, Go hide thee, thou and Jeremiah, and let no man know where ye be. And they went in to the king in the court, but they laid up the roll in the chamber of Elishama the scribe, and told all the words in the ears of the king. So the king sent Jehoiada to fetch the roll, and he took it out of Elishama the scribe's chamber. And Jehoiada read it in the ears of the king, and in the ears of all the princes which stood beside the king. Now the king sat in the winter house in the 9th month, and there was a fire on the hearth burning before him. And it came to pass that when Judy had run 3 or 4 leaves, he cut it with the penknife, and cast it into the fire that was in the earth, and all the roll was consumed in the fire that was on the earth. Yet they were not afraid, nor rent their garments, neither the king nor any of the servants that heard all these words. Nevertheless, Elnathan and Delaiah and Gemariah made intercession to the king that he would not burn the roll, but he would not hear them. But the king commanded Jamiel, the son of Hamelech, and Sarah, the son of Azriel, and Shelmiah, the son of Abdiel, to take Baruch, the scribe, and Jeremiah, the prophet. But the Lord hid them. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah after that the king had burned the roll, and the words which Baruch wrote at the mouth of Jeremiah, saying, Take thee again another roll, and write it in all the former words that were in the first roll, which Jehoiakim the king of Judah hath burned. And thou shalt say to Jehoiakim the king of Judah, Thus saith the Lord, Thou hast burned this roll, saying, Why hast thou written therein, saying, The king of Babylon shall certainly come and destroy this land, and shall cause to cease from thence man and beast? Therefore thus said the Lord of Joachim, king of Judah, he shall have none to sit upon the house and throne of David, and his dead body shall be cast out in the day to the heat, and in the night to the frost. And I will punish him and his seed and his servants for their iniquity, and I will bring upon them and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem and upon the men of Judah all the evil that I have pronounced against them, but they hearkened not. Then took Jeremiah another roll and gave it to Baruch the scribe, the son of Neriah, who wrote wherein from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the book which Jehoiakim king of Judah had burned in the fire. And there was added besides unto them many slaves. Timon of Athens, Act 1. Scene 1. Athens, a hall in Timon's house. Good day, sir. I'm glad you're well. I have not seen you long. How goes the world? It wears, sir, as it grows. Aye, that's well known. With what particular rarity, what strange, what manifold record not matches. See, magic abounding all these spirits thy power hath conjured to attend. I know the merchant. I know them both. The other is a jeweler. Oh, 'tis a worthy lord. Nay, that's most fixed. A most incomparable man breathed, as it were, to an untierable and uncontinued goodness. He passes. I have a jewel here. Oh, pray let's see it for the Lord Timon, sir, if he will touch the estimate but for that. When we for recompense have praised so vile, it stains the glory in that happy verse that, which aptly stings the good. It's a T. 'Tis a good form. And rich, here's a water, look ye. That hammer strike, you are wrapped, sir, in some work, some dedication to the great Lord. A thing slipped idly from me, or posy as a gum, and which oozes, from which 'tis nourished. The fire the flint shows not till it be struck. Our gentle flame provokes itself, and like the current flies, each bound it chases. What have you here? A picture, sir, when comes your book forth. Upon the heels of my presentiment, sir, let's see your piece. 'Tis a good piece. So 'tis, this comes off well and excellent. You're hacking it right now. Indifferent. Admirable. How this grace speaks his own standing. What a mental power this eye shoots forth. How big imagination moves in this lip. To the dumbness of the gesture one might interpret. It is a pretty mocking of the life. Here the touch is good. I'll save it. It tutors nature. Artificial strife lives in these touches livelier than life. How this lord is followed with that blood. The senators of Athens, happy man, look more. You see this confluence, this great flood of zizers. I have in this rough work shaped out a man, whom this beneath world doth embrace and hug with amplest entertainment. My free drift halts not particularly, but moves itself in a wide sea of wax. No level malice infects one coma in the course I hold, but flies in eagle flight bold and forth on, leaving no track behind. How shall I understand you? I will unbolt to you. You see how all conditions, how all minds, as well of glib and slippery creatures, as of great and austere quality tender down their surfaces to Lord Timon. This large fortune, upon his good and gracious nature hanging, subdues and properties to his love and tendance, all sorts of parts. Yeah, from the glass-faced flatterer to Apomentus, a few things loved better than to abhor himself. That he drops down the knee before him and returns in peace, most rich in Timon's nod. Oh, I saw that. I saw them speak together. Sir, I have upon a high and pleasant hill feigned fortune to be throned. The base of the mount is ranked with all deserts, all kind of natures, that labor on the bosom of this sphere to propagate their states. Amongst them all, whose eyes are on their sovereign lady fixed, one do I personate of Lord Timon's frame, whom fortune with her ivory hand waves to her, whose present grace to present slaves and servants translates his rivals. 'Tis conceived to scope, This throne, this fortune, and this hill, methinks with one man beckon from the rest below, bowing his head against the steepy mount to climb his happiness when he be expressed in our condition. Nay, sir, but hear me on, all those which were his fellows but of late. Some better than his value on the moment follow his strides, his lobby filled with tendance, rain sacrificial whisperings in his ear, make sacred even his stirrup, and through him drink the free air. How now, Solomon? Ay, Mary, what of these? When fortune in her shift and change of mood spurns down her late beloved, all his dependents which labored after him to the mountain's top, even on their knees and hands let him slip down, not one accompanying his declining foot. 'Tis common. 1,000 moral paintings I can show that shall demonstrate these quick blows of fortunes more pregnantly than words. Yet you do well to show Lord Timon that means eyes have seen the foot above the head. Nay. Imprisoned is he, say you? No. My good lord, 5 towns is his debt. His means most short, his creditors most strait. Your honorable letter he desires. To those have shut him up, which failing periods his comfort. Noble Ventidius. Well, I am not of that feather to shake off my friend when he must need me. I do know him. I a gentleman that well deserves a help, which he shall have. I'll pay the debt and free him. Your lordship ever binds him. I believe I have a report come in to him. I will send his ransom, and being enfranchised, bid him come to me. 'Tis not enough to help the feeble up, but to support him after. Fare you well. All happiness to your honor. Oh yes, with that dick right here. Cut it off real quick. Lord Timon, hear me speak. Freely, good father. Thou hast a servant named Lucius. I have so what of him? Most noble Timon, call the man before thee. Attends he here or no? Lucilius, here at your lordship's service. This fellow here, Lord Timon, this thy creature, my knight frequents my house. I am a man that from my first have been inclined to thrift, and my estate deserves on air more raise than one which holds a trencher. Right there he is. 3D. Well, what further? Only one daughter have I, no kin else, on whom I may confer what I have got. The maid is fair, I saw, that o'er the youngest for a bride. I have bred her at my dearest cost, and qualities of the best. This man of thine attempts her love, I prithee, noble lord, join me to forbid her resort. Myself has spoken vain, the man is honest. Therefore he will be Timon, his honesty rewards him in itself. It must not bear my daughter. Does she love him? She is young and apt. Our own president passions do instruct us what levities in youth. Love you the maid? Ay, my good lord, and she accepteth it. Nay, if in her marriage may consent to be missing, I'll call the gods to witness. I will choose mine heir from forth the beggars of the world, and dispossess her all. How shall she be endowed if she most be mated with an equal husband? 3 talents on the present, in future all. This gentleman of mine hath served me long. To build his fortune I will strain a little, for 'tis a bond to men. Give him my daughter. What you bestow in him I'll counterpoise, and make him weigh with her. Most noble lord, palm me to this your honor, she is his. My hand to thee, my honor, and my promise. Humbly I thank your lordship. Never may the state of fortune fall into my keeping which is not owed to you. Vouchsafe my labor, and long live your lordship. I thank you. You shall hear from me anon. Get not away. What have you there, my friend? A piece of painting which I do beseech your lordship not to accept. Painting is welcome. The painting is almost a natural man. For since dishonor traffics with man's nature, he is but outside. These penciled figures are even such as they give out. I like your work, and you found I like it. Wait attendance till you hear further from me. The gods preserve you. Well, fare you, gentlemen, give me your hand. We must needs dine together. Sir, your jewel hath suffered under praise. What, my lord, is praise? A mere sachet of commendations. If I should pay you for as 'tis extolled, it would unclue me quite. My lord, 'tis rated at those which sell would give, but you well know things of like value, differing in the owners, are prized by their masters. Believe it, dear lord, you mend the jewel by the wear in it. Well mocked! For, my good lord, he speaks the common tongue which all men speak with him. Look who comes here, will you be chid? Will bear with your lordship. He'll spare none. Good march of thee, gentle Apemantus. Till I be gentle, stay thou for thy good morrow, when thou art Timon's dog, and these knaves honest. Why dost thou call them knaves? Thou knowest them not. Get that off. Are they not Athenians? Yes. Then I repent not. You know me, Apemantus? Thou knowest I do. I call thee by thy name. Thou art proud, Apemantus, of nothing so much that I am not like Timon. Whither art going? To knock out an honest Athenian's brains. That's deeds thou'st die for. Right, if doing nothing be death the law. How likest thou this picture, Apemantus? The best for the innocents. Wrought he not well that painted it? He wrought better that made the painter, and yet he's but a filthy piece of work. You're a dog. The mother's my generation. What's she if I be a dog? Wilt dine with me, Apemantus? No, I eat not lords, and thou shouldst anger ladies. Oi, they eat lords, so they come by great bellies. That's a lascivious apprehension, so thou apprehendest it, take it for the labor. How dost thou like the jewel, Apemantus? Not so well as plain dealing, which will not cast a man a doit. What dost thou think 'tis worth? Not worthy my thinking. How now, poet? How now, philosopher? Thou liest. Art not one? Yes, then I lie not. Art not a poet? Yes, then thou liest. Look in thy lost work. Where thou hast feigned him a worthy fellow, that's not feigned he is so. Yes, he is worthy of thee, and to pay thee for thy labor. He that loves to be flattered is worthy of the flatterer. Heavens that I were a lord! What wouldst do then, Apemantus? Even as Apemantus does now hate a lord with my heart. What thyself? Aye, wherefore? That I had no angry wit to be a lord. Art not thou a merchant? Aye, Apemantus. Traffic confound thee, if the gods will not. If traffic do it, the gods do it. Traffic's thy god, and thy god confound thee. What trumpet's that? 'Tis Alcibiades, and 20 horse, all of companionship. Pray entertain them, give them guide to us. You must needs dine with me. Go not you hence till I have thanked you. When dinner's done, show me that piece. I am joyful at your sights. Most welcome, sir. So, there. Aches contract and starve your supple joints, and there should be small love mongst these sweet knaves. And all the courtesy, the train a man's bred out in a baboon and monkey. Sir, you have saved my longing, and I feed most hungry on your sight. Right, welcome, sir. Ere we depart, we'll share a bounteous time in different pleasures. Pray you let us in. No. What time of day is it, Apemantus? Time to be honest. That time serves still. The more accursed thou that still ommittest it. Thou art going to Lord Timon's feast. Aye, to meet filled knaves and wine heat fools. Fare thee well, fare thee well. Thou art a fool to bid me farewell twice. Why, Apemantus? Shouldst have kept one to thyself, for I mean to give thee none. Hang thyself. I will do nothing at thy bidding. Make thy request to thy friend. Away, unpeaceable dog, or I'll spurn thee hence. I will fly like a dog, the heels of an ass. He is opposite of humanity. Come, shall we in, and taste Lord Timon's bounty? He outgoes the very heart of kindness. He pours it out, and Plutus, the god of gold, is but his steward. No meed but to repay sevenfold above itself, no gift to him but breeds the giver a return exceeding all use of quittance. The bot there. The noblest mind he cares that ever governed man. Long may he live in fortune. Shall we in? I'll keep you company. Scene 2. The same, a room of state in Timon's house. Affairs. Hot boys, hotties in the house, hot boys. Most honor Timon, Mary, it hath pleased the gods to remember my father's age, and call him in long peace. He is gone happy and left me rich. Then as in grateful virtue I am bound to your free heart, I do return those talents, double with thanks and service from those help I derived liberty. Oi, by no means, honest Vindicius, you mistake my love. I gave it freely ever, and there's none I can truly say he gives if he receives. If our betters play at that game, we must not dare to imitate them. False are rich, are fair, a noble spirit. Nay, my lords, ceremony but was devised at first to set a gloss on faint deeds, hollow welcomes, recanting goodness, sorry ere 'tis shown. But where there is true friendship, there needs none. Pray, sit. More welcome are ye to my fortune than my fortunes to me. My lord, we always have confessed it. Ho ho! Confessed it, hanged it, have you not? Oi, Apamantish, you are not welcome. No, you shall not make me welcome. I come to have thee thrust me out of doors. Fie, thou'rt a churl. You've got to honor there does not become a man. 'Tis much to blame, they say, my lords. I refer brevi est. But yon man is ever angry. Go let him have a table by himself. Get that off. For he does neither affect company nor is fit for it. Indeed. Let me stay at thine apparel, Timon. I come to observe, I give thee warning on't. I take no heed of thee. Thou'rt an Athenian, therefore welcome. I myself would have no power. Prithee, let my meat make thee silent. I scorn thy meat. 'Twould choke me, for I should never flatter thee. Oi, the gods, what a number of men that I eat Timon, and he sees them not. It grieves me to see so many dip your meat in one's man's blood. All the madness is, he cheers them up too. I wonder men dare trust themselves with men. Methinks they should invite them without knives. Good for their meat, and safer for their lives. There's much example for it. The fellow that sits next to him now parts bread with him, and pledges the breath of him in a divided draught. Is the readiest man to kill him? Has been proved. If I were a huge man, I should fear to drink at meals, lest they should spy my windpipes. Dangerous notes. Great men should drink with harness on their throats. My lord in heart, and let the heath go round. Let it flow this way, my good lord, flow this way, a brave fellow. He weeps his tides well, ooh, those wells will make thee in thy state look ill, Timon. Here's that which is too weak to be a sinner. Honest waiter, which ne'er left man I admire, this and my food are equals, there's no odds, feasts are too proud to give thanks to the gods. Immortal gods, I crave no pelf, I pray for man but myself. Grant I may never prove so fond to trust man on his oath or bond, or a harlot for her weeping, or a dog that seems a sleeping, or I keep her with my freedom, or my friends if I should need 'em. Amen, so fall toot, rich men sin and I eat fruit. Much good ditch thy good heart, Apamantis. Captain Alcibiades, your heart in the field now. My heart is ever at your service, my lord. You had rather be at a breakfast of enemies than a dinner of friends. So they were bleeding new, my lord. There's no meat like 'em. I could wish my best friend at such a feast. Would all those flatterers were thine enemies then, and now thou mightest kill him and bid him to men? Might we but have that happiness, my lord, that you would once use our hearts, whereby we might express some part of our zeals? Hebrew, we should think ourselves forever perfect. Speaking Hebrew, oi, no doubt, my good friends, but the gods themselves have provided that I shall have much help from you. How had you, my friends, else? Why have you that charitable title from thousands? Did not you chiefly belong to my heart? I have told more of you to myself than you can with modesty speak in your own behalf, and thus far I confirm you, over here in my ear. Oh, you gods, think I, what need we have any friends, if we should ne'er have need of 'em? They were the most needless creatures living, should we ne'er have use for 'em, and would most resemble sweet instruments hung up in cases that keep their sounds to themselves. Why, I have often wished myself poor than I might some nearer to you. We are born to do benefits, and what better to or proper can we all our own than the riches of our friends? Oi, no, what a precious comfort 'tis to have so many like brothers, nay, commanding another's fortunes. Nay, oi, joy, e'en made away ere it can be born, nay, mine eyes cannot hold our water. Methinks to forget their fault, I drink to you. No. Thou weepest to make them drink, Timon. Joy had the like conception in our eyes, and at that instant, like a babe, sprung up. Ho, ho, I laugh to think that babe a bastard. I promise you, my lord, you moved me much. Much? What means that, trump? How now? Please you, my lord, there are certain ladies most desirous of admittance. Ladies? What are the wills? There comes from them a forerunner, my lord, who prepares that office to signify their pleasures. I pray, let them be admitted. Hail to thee, worthy Timon, and to all that of the bounty's taste. The 5 best senses acknowledge thee their patron, and come free. Go ahead and move for me, bro. To gratulate thy plenteous bosom. The ear, taste, touch, smell, please from thy table rise. They only now come to feast thine eyes. They're welcome all, let them have kind admittance. Nay, music make their welcome. You see, my lord, how ample your beloved. Hoy day, what a sweep of vanity comes this way. They dance their mad woman, like madness is the glory of this life. As if this pomp shows to a little oil and root. We make ourselves fools to support ourselves, and spend our flatteries to drink those men, upon whose aid we void it up again, with poisonous spite and envy. Who lives that's not depraved or depraved? Go ahead and cry for me. Who dies that bears not one spurn to the graves of their friend's gift? I should fear those that dance before me now would one day stamp upon me. It has been done. Men shut their doors against the setting sun. No. Set a fair fashion on our entertainment, which was not half so beautiful and kind, and have added worth unto luster, and entertained me with mine own device. I am to thank you for it. My lord, you take us even at the best. The faith for the worst is filthy, and would not hold taken, I doubt me. Ladies, there is an idle banquet to tend you. Please you to dispose yourselves. Most thankful, my lord. Flavius, my lord. The little casket bring me hither. Yes, my lord. More jewels yet, there is no crossing him in his humour. Else I should tell him well, I faith I would all suspent. He'd be crossed then, and he could, 'tis pity bounty had not eyes behind. That man might ne'er be wretched for his mind. Where be our men? Here, my lord, in readiness. Our horses. Oi, my friend, I have one word to say to you. Look you, my good lord, I must entreat you honor me so much as to advance this jewel, accept it and wear it. Kind, my lord, I am so far already in your gifts, so are we all. My lord, there are certain nobles of the Senate, newly alighted, and come to visit you. They are fairly welcome. I beseech your honor, vouchsafe me a word. It does concern you near. Near? Why, then another time I'll hear thee. I prithee, let's be provided to show them entertainment. I scarce now how. May it please your honor, Lord Lucius, out of his free love, hath presented to you 4 milk-white horses, trapped in silver. I shall accept him fairly, let his presence be worthily entertained. How now, what's news? Please you, my lord, that honorable gentleman, Lord Lucullus, entreats your company tomorrow to hunt with him, and has sent your honor 2 brace of greyhounds. I'll hunt with him. He's down in a bunker there, and lets them be received, not without fair reward. What will this come to? He commands us to provide, and gives us great gifts, and all our men empty coffer. Nor will he know his purse, or yield me this, to show him what a beggar his heart is, being of no power to make his wishes good. His promises fly so beyond his state, that what he speaks is all in debt. He owes for every word. He is so kind that he now pays interest for't. His lands put to their books. Well would I were gently put out of office, for I were forced out. Happier he that has no friend to feed, than such as do it e'en enemies exceed. I bleed inwardly for my lord. You do yourselves much wrong, you bait too much of your own merits. Here, my lord, a trifle of our love. With more than common thanks I will receive it. Oui, he's the very soul of bounty. Now I remember, my lord, you gave good words the other day of a bay courser I rode on. It is yours because you liked it. Oui, I beseech you pardon me, my lord, in that. You may take my word, my lord, I know no man. Red drone can justly praise but what he does affect. I weigh my friend's affection with my own, I tell you true. I'll call to you. Oy, none so welcome. I take all and your several visitations so kind to heart, 'tis not enough to give. Methinks I could deal kingdoms to my friends and ne'er be weary. Alcibiades, thou art a soldier, therefore seldom rich. It comes to in charity to thee for all thy living amongst the dead in all the lands thou hast to lie in a pitched field. No, it does not. I defiled land, my lord. We are so virtuously bound, Ryan, and so am I to you, so infinitely endeared. All to you lights, more lights. The best of happiness, honor, and fortunes keep with you, Lord Timon, Harry over here as well. You have Ryan over here, and you have Harry over here. Ready for his friends? What's the coil here? Serving of becks and of jetting out of bums. I doubt whether their legs be worth the sums that are given for him. Friendships full of dregs, methinks false hearts do never have sound legs. Nay, thus honest fools lay out their wealth on curtsies. Now, Apamontus, if thou wert not sullen, I would be good to thee. No, I'll nothing, for I should be bribed too. There would be none left to rail upon. Dice, and then thou wouldst sin the faster. I can kill you now. Thou givest so long, Timon, I fear me thou wilt give away thyself in paper shortly. What need these feasts, prompts, and vain glories? Nay, and you begin to rail on society once, I am sworn not to give regard to you. Farewell, and come with better music. So, thou wilt not hear me now. Thou shalt not then. I'll lock thy heaven from thee, away that men's ears should be to counsel death, but not to flattery. That red Alright, Act 2, Timon of Athens. Scene 1, Athens, a Roman senator's house. And late for 5,000 to Vero and Isidore, he owns 9,000 besides my former sum, which makes it 25. Still in motion of raging waste, it cannot hold, it will not. If I want gold, steal, but a beggar's dog, and give it Timon. Why the dog coins gold if I would sell my horse and buy 20 more, better than he? Why, give my horse to Timon and ask him to give it to him, it fools me. Straight and able horses, no porter at his gate, but rather one that smiles and still invites all that pass by. I cannot hold. No reason can found this state in safety. Caiaphas, ho, Caiaphas, I say. Here, sir, What is your pleasure? Get on your cloak and haste you to Lord Timon. Importune him for my monies, be not ceased. With slight denial, nor than silence, when commend me to your master, and the cap plays in the right hand thus. But tell him, my uses cry to me, I must serve my turn out of my own. His days and times are past, and my reliances on his fracted dates have smit my credit. I love and honor him, but must not break my back to heal his finger. Immediate are my needs, and my relief must not be tossed and turned to meaning words, but find supply immediate. Get you gone, put on a most importunate aspect, a visage of demand, for I do fear when every father sticks to his own wing, Lord Timon will be left a naked goal. When flash is now a phoenix, get you gone. I go, sir. I go, sir. Take the bonds along with you and have the dates in compte. I will, sir. Go. Scene 2 the same, a hall in Timon's house. No care, no stop. So senseless of expense that he will neither know how to maintain it, nor cease his flow of riot. Takes no account how things go from him, nor resumes no care of what it is to continue. Never mind. Was to be so unwise, to be so kind, what shall be done? He will not hear till fill. I must be round with him, now he comes from hunting. Fie, 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 fie. Good even, Vera, what? You come for money? It's not your business too? It is, and yours too, Isidore? It is so. Would we were all discharged, I fear it. Here comes the Lord. So soon as dinner's done, we'll forth again. My Alcibiades with me? What is your will? My lord, here's your note of certain dues. Dues? Whence are you? Of Athens here, my lord. Go to my steward. Please it your lordship, he hath put me off to the succession of new days this month. My master is awakened by great occasion to call upon his own, and humbly praise you that with your other noble parts your suit in giving him his right. My honest friend, I prithee but prepare if to me next morning. Nay, good my lord. Contain thyself, good friend. When Varro serveth my good lord. From Isidore he humbly prays your speedy payment. If you did know, my lord, my master's once, 'twas due on forfeiture, my lord, 6 weeks and past. Your steward puts me off, my lord, and I am not expressly to your lordship. Give me breath. I do beseech you, gid, my lords, keep on, I'll wait upon you instantly. Come hither, pray you, how goes this world? That I am thus encountered with clamorous demands of dates broke bonds, and the detention of song, since due debts against my honor. Please you, gentlemen, the time is unagreeable to this business. Your importancy cease till after dinner, that I may make his lordship understand wherefore you are not. Do so, my friends. See them well entertained. Pray, draw near. Stay, stay, here comes the fool with Epaminondas. Let's ha some sport with him. Hang him, he'll abuse us. A plague upon him, dog, how dost fool? Dost dialogue with thy shadow? I speak not to thee. No, 'tis thyself. Come away. There's the fool hangs on your back already. No, thou standest single, thou'rt not on him yet. Where's the fool now? He last asked the question. Poor rogues, and users men, bawds, between gold and want. What are we, Epaminondas? Asses! Why? That you ask me what you are, and do not know yourselves? Speak to him, fool. How do you, gentlemen? Nay, Gramercy's good fool, how does your mistress? She's ain setting on watch to scald such chickens as you are. Would we could see you at Corinth? Good Gramercy. I don't know what Corinthians is. Let me flip. Okay. I haven't done some of these. I don't remember them. I'll be honest. I don't see it. He said exactly. Ecstatics. As I'm flipping through, he whispers, exactly. I'm not even gonna say anything. That's unreal. You deserve better. I'll be honest. No, you cannot have that for free. No. I mean, you can up there, but they cannot. You have help, they have not. The Acts? By no means. Timothy? James? Thessalonians? What'd he say? Let me keep talking. Let me do a filibuster here. Corinth? Oh, here, Corinthians. Let me go to the... Alright, chapter 6. We then as workers together with him beseech you also that ye receive not the grace of God in vain. For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I secured thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves to the ministers of God, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, and imprisonments, and tumults, and labors, in watchings, and fastings, but pureness by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Ghost, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of God, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true, as unknown and yet well known, as dying and behold we live, as chastened and not killed, as sorrowful yet always rejoicing, as poor yet making many rich, as having nothing yet possessing all things. O ye Corinthians, our mouth is opened unto you, our heart is enlarged. Ye are not straitened in us, but ye are straitened in your own bowels. Now for a recompense in the same I speak as unto my children, but ye also enlarged. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye the temple of the living God, as God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. Look you, here comes my mistress' page. Why, how now, captain? What do you in this wise company? How dost thou, Epaminondas? Would I had a rod in my mouth, that I might answer thee profitably? Prithee, Epaminondas, read me the subscription of these letters. I know not which is which. Canst not read? No. There will little learning die than that day thou art hanged. This is to Lord Timon, this is to Alcibiades. Go, thou wast born a bastard, and thou die a bawd. Thou wast whelped a dog, and thou shalt famish a dog's death. Answer not, I am gone. I ain't so thou outrun grace. Fool, I will go with you to Lord Timon's. Will you leave me there? If Timon stay at home, you three serve 3 ushers. Aye, would they served us? So would I, as good as trick as ever hangman served thief. Are you 3 ushers, men? Aye, fool. I thank no usher but as a fool to his servant. My mistress is one, and I am her fool. When men come tomorrow of your masters, and approach sadly, and go away merry. But then enter my mistress' house merrily, and go away sadly. The reason of this. How now? I could render one. Do it then, that we may account thee a whoremaster and a knave, which notwithstanding thou shalt be no less esteemed. What is a whoremaster, fool? A fool in good clothes, and something like thee. 'Tis a spirit. Sometimes appears like a lord, sometimes like a lawyer, sometimes like a philosopher, with 2 stones more than artificial one. He's very often like a knight, and generally in all shapes that man goes up and down. From 80 to 13, this spirit walks in. Ambassador, thou art not altogether a fool, nor thou altogether a wise man. Much foolery as I have, so much wit thou lackest. 'Tis are we the blue jewel? That answer might have I become unpaintus. Here's my ship. Aside, aside, here comes Lord Timon. Come with me, fool, come. I do not always follow lover, elder brother and woman, sometimes this philosopher. Pray you, walk near, I'll speak with you anon. You make me marvel, wherefore ere this time had you not fully laid my state before me, that I might so have rated my expenses that I had leave of me. Nay, you would not hear me, at my leisures I proposed. Go to, perchance some single vantages you took. When my indisposition you put you back, and that unhappiness made you minister thus to excuse yourself. Oi, my good lord. At my times, I brought in my accounts, laid them before you. You would throw them off, and say you found them in my honesty, or some trifling present you have bid me return so much I have shook my head, and wept. Yea, against the authority of manners, pray you to hold your hand more close. I did endorse, not seldom, nor no slight checks. When I have prompted you in the ebb of your estate and your great flow of debts. My love lord, though you hear now too late, yet know now's time. The greatest of your having lacks a half to pay your present debts. Let all my hand be bold. 'Tis all engaged, some forfeited and gone. What remained will hardly stop the mouth of present dues. Nay, the future comes apace. What shall defend the interim? And at length how goes our reckoning? To lace demon, what did my land extend? Oi, my good lord, the world's but a word. Were it all yours to give it in a breath, how quickly were it gone? You tell me true. If you suspect my husbandry of falsehood, call me before the exactest auditors, and set me on the proof. So the gods bless me when all your offices have been oppressed, with righteousness readers, when our vaults have wept with drunken spilth of wine, with every room hath blazed with lights and brayed with minstrelsy. I have retired me to wastely crock, and set mine eyes to flow. Nay, prithee no more. Heavens, have I said the bounty of this lord? You're doing some crazy stuff. Alright. How now, how many prodigal bits have saved slaves and peasants? This night am glutted, who is not Timon's. What heart, head, sword, face means but a Lord Timon's? Great Timon, noble, worthy, royal Timon. Ah, when she means are gone but by this praise. The breath is gone whereof this praise is made. Feast one, fast lost, one cloud of winter showers, these flies are couched. Come, sermon me no further. No villainous bounty yet hath passed my heart. Unwisely, not ignobly have I given. Why dost thou weep? Canst thou, the conscience, laugh to think I shall lack friends? Secure thy heart. If I would broach the vessels of my love, and try thy argument of heart by borrowing, men and men's fortunes could I frankly use, and I can bid thee speak. Assurances bless your thoughts, and in some sort these wants of mine are crowned, and I count these blessings, for by these shall I try friends. Ye shall perceive how you mistake my fortunes. I am wealthy in my friends, within there. Flaminius, Servilius. My lord, I will dispatch you severely. You to Lord Lucius, to Lord Lucilius, you, I hunted with his honor today, you, to Sopronius. Commend me to their loves, and I am proud. Say that my occasions have found time to use them toward a supply of money. Let the request be 50 talents. As you have said, my lord, Lord Lucius and Lucullus, whom? Go you, sir, to the senators, of whom even to the state's best health I have deserved this hearing. Bid 'em send to the ice instant 1,000 talents to me. Guilty as charged. I have been bold, for that I knew it's the most general way to them to use your signet and your name. But they do shake their heads, and I am here no richer in return. It's true, can't be. They answer in a joint and corporate voice, and now they are at fall. Once treasure cannot do what they would. Are sorry, you're honorable, but yet they would have wished, they know not. Something hath been amiss. A noble nature. You have satellites, I'm telling you. They're using my voice to make products. They're using the art to make products itself, like nylon. It's like styrofoam. When you, the sound of. A noble nature may catch a wrench. Would all were well, 'tis pity, and so intending other serious matters. Other distasteful looks in these hard fractions, which certain half-caps and cold moving nods, they froze me into silence. Your gods reward them. Prithee, man, look cheerly. These old fellows have their ingratitude in hereditary. Their blood is caked, 'tis cold, it seldom flows. 'Tis lack of kindly warmth, they are not kind. And nature, as it grows again toward earth, is fashioned for the journey, tool and heavy. Go to, Ventidius. Prithee, be not sad. Thou art true and honest. Ingenuously I speak. No blame belongs to thee. Ventidius lately buried his father, by whose death he steps into a great estate. When he was poor, imprisoned, and in scarcity of friends, I cleared him with 5 talents. Greet him from me. Bid him suppose some good necessity touches his friend, which craves to do remembered, with those 5 talents. That had gifts these fellows to whom 'tis instant due. Logic, ne'er speak or think that Timon's fortune mongst his friends can sink. I would I could not think it, that thought is bounty's foe. Being free itself, it thinks all others so. Law of gravity. Act 3. Timon of Athens. Scene 1. Athens, a room in Lucullus' house. I have told my lord of you. He is coming down to you. I thank you, sir. Here's my lord. One of Lord Timon's men. A gift, I warrant. Why, this sits right. I dreamt of a silver basin and ewer tonight. Flaminius, honest Flaminius. You are very respectfully welcome, sir. Fill me some wine. And how does that honorable, complete, free-hearted gentleman of Athens, that very bountiful, good lord and master? His health is well, sir. I am right glad of his health as well. And what hast thou there under thy cloak, pretty Flaminius? Faith, nothing but an empty box, sir, which in my lord's behalf I come to entreat your honor to supply, who, having great and instant occasion to use 50 talents, hath sent to your lordship to furnish him, nothing doubting your present assistance therein. La, 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 nothing doubting, says he. Alas, good lord, a noble gentleman, 'tis if he would not keep so good a house. Many a time and often ha denied with him, and told him on't, and come again to supper to him, of purpose to have him spend less, and yet would embrace no counsel, take no warning by my coming. Every man has his fault, and honesty is his. Aye, ha! Told him on't, but I could ne'er get him from it. Please your lordship, here is the wine. Flaminius, I have noted thee always wise. Here's to thee. Your lordship speaks your pleasure. I have observed thee always for a towardly prompt spirit, given thee thy due, and one that knows what wrongs to reason, and can't use the time well if the time use thee well. Good parts in thee. Get ye gone, Sirrah. Draw nearer, honest Flaminius. Thy lord's a bountiful gentleman, but thou art wise, and thou knowest well enough, although thou comest to me, that this is no time to lend money, especially upon bare friendship without security. Here's 3 soldiers for thee. Good boy, wink at me, and nay, thou sawest me not. Fare thee well. It's possible the world should so much differ, and we alive that lived. Fly, damned baseness to see that worships thee. Ah, now I see thou art a fool, and fits for thy master. I would like to explore the jungle and see all the animals that I can see. Maybe I'll learn it on my own. I'd rather not explore without it. Sit here, time in and day out. Ha! Now I see thou art a fool, and fit for thy master. Nay, these add to the number that may scald thee. That molten coin by that damnation, no, thou disease of a friend, and not himself. Hath a friendship such a faint and milky heart, it turns no less in 2 nights. O you gods, I feel no master's passion. This slave in his honor, has my lord's meat in him? What should it thrive and turn to nutriment, when he is turned up to poison? Oy, may diseases only work upon it, and when he is sick to death, lest not the part of nature, which my lord paid for, be of any power to expel sickness, but prolong his hour. Scene 2. The same, a public plays. Who? The Lord Timon? He is my very good friend and an honorable gentleman. We know him for no less, though we are but strangers to him. But I can tell you one thing, my lord, in which I hear from common rumors. Now Lord Timon's happy hours are done and past, and his estate shrinks from him. Fie, no, do not believe it. He cannot want for money. But believe you this, my lord, that's not long ago one of the men was with the Lord Lucullus to borrow so many talents, nay, urged extremely for it, and showed what necessity belonged to it, and yet was denied. Like gravity, bro. How now? I tell you, denied, my lord. What a strange case was that, now, before the gods I'm ashamed on't. Denied that honorable man, there was a very little honor showed in't. For my own part, I must needs confess I have received some small kindness from him, as money, plate, jewels, and such like trifles nothing compared to his. Yet had he mistook him and sent to me, I should ne'er have denied his occasion so many talents. Sit back and relax. See, my good hap, yonder, my lord, I have sweet to see his honor. My honored lord, Servilis, you are kindly met, sir, fare thee well. Commend me to thy honorable, virtuous lord, my very exquisite friend. May it please your honor, my lord, has sent. Ah, what has he sent? I am so much endeared to that lord he's ever sending. How shall I thank him, thinkest thou? And what has he sent us now? He has only sent his present occasion now, my lord, requesting your lordship to supply his instant use with so many talents. I know his lordship is but merry with me. He cannot want 5,500 talents. But in the meantime he wants less, my lord. If his occasion were not virtuous, I should not urge it half so faithfully. Dost thou speak seriously, Servilis? Upon my soul, 'tis true, sir. What a wicked beast was I to just furnish myself against such a good time, when I might be shown myself honorable. How unluckily it happened that I should perchance, the day before, a little part, and undo a great deal of honor. Servilius, now before the gods I am not able to do the more beast. I say, I was sending to use Lord Timon myself. These gentlemen can witness, but I would not. For the wealth of the fiends, I had done it now. commend me bountiful to use his good lordship, and I hope his honor will concede affairs to me, because I have no power to be a kind. And tell him this from me, I count it one of my greatest afflictions, say, that I cannot pleasure such an honorable gentleman. Good Servilius, will you befriend me so far as to use my own words to him? Yes, sir, I shall. I'll look you out a good turn, Servilius. True. As you said, Timon is shrunk indeed, and he's that one denied will hardly speed. Do you observe this, Hostilius? I do. Aye, too well. Why, this is the world's soul, and just for the same piece in every flatterer's spirit, who can call him his friend that dips in the same dish? For in my knowing, Timon has been this lord's father, and kept his credit with his purse, supported his estate. Nay, Timon's money has paid his men their wages. He ne'er drinks but Timon's silver treads upon his lip. And yet, we see the monstrous of man when he looks out in an ungrateful shape. He does deny him the respect of his what charitable men afford to beggars. Religion groans at it. For mine own part, I never tasted Timon in my life, nor came any of his bounties over me, to mark me for his friend, yet I protest, for his right noble mind, illustrious virtue, and honorable carriage, had his necessity made use of me, I would have put my wealth into the donation, and the best half should have returned to him, so much I love his heart. But I perceive men must learn how the pity to dispense, for policy sits above conscience. Scene 3, the same room in Sopranos house. Iron Dome. Must he needs trouble in't, above all others? He might have cried Lord Lucius or Lucullus. How now Ventidius is wealthy too, whom he redeemed from prison. All these owe their estates unto him. My lord, they have all been touched and found base metal for, they have all denied him. How have they denied him? Have Ventidius and Lucullus denied him? And does he sin to me? 3? It shows but little love or judgment in him. Must I be his last refuge? His friends, like physicians, thrice give him over, must I take the cure upon me. He has much disgraced me in't, I'm angry at him, that might have known my place. I see no sense for it, but his occasion might have wooed me first. For in my conscience I was the first man that e'er received gift from him. And does he think so backwardly of me now, that I'll requite at last?
Found a way in?
No, so it may prove an argument of laughter to the rest, and I amongst lords be thought a fool. I had rather than the words of thrice the sum. He had said to me first, but for my mind's sake I'd scourge a courage to do him good. But now return, and with their faint reply this answer join, who bates my honor shall not know my coin. Excellent, your lordship's a goodly villain. The devil knew not what he did when he made mine politic. He crossed himself by it, and I cannot think but in the end he villains the man will set him clear. Tut-tut, how fairly this lord strives to appear foul. Takes virtuous copies to be wicked, like those that under hot ardent zeal would set whole realms on fire. Of such a nature is his politic love. This was my lord's best hope, now all are fled, save only the gods. Now his friends are dead. Doors that were ne'er acquainted with rewards many a bounteous year must be employed now to guard sure their master. And this all a liberal course allows. Who cannot keep his wealth must keep his house. No. Tried shocking my brain with that. Get off the light bulb. Scene 4 the same, a hall in Timon's house. Well met, good morrow, Titus and Hortensius. The like to you, kind Varro. Lucius. What, do we meet together? Aye, and I think one business does command us all, for mine is money. So is theirs and ours. And Sir Philotas, too, good day at once. Welcome, good brother. What do you think the hour?
Got this, Pom-Pom.
Laboring for thine? So much. Is not my lord seen yet? Not yet. I wonder on't. He was wont to shine at 7. Aye, but the days are waxed shorter with him. You must consider that a prodigal course is like the sun's, but not like his recoverable, I fear. 'Tis deepest winter in Lord Timon's purse. That is, one may reach deep enough and yet find little. I'm your fear for that. I'll show you how to observe a strange event. Your lord sends now for money. Most true he does, and he wears jewels now Timon's gift, for which I wait for money. It is against my heart. Mark, how strange it shows, Timon in this should pay more than he owes. And eyen as if your lord should wear rich jewels and send the money for him.
Don't touch
I'm weary of this charge, as the gods can witness. I know my lord has spent of Timon's wealth, and now ingratitude makes it worse than stealth. Huh. Yes, mine's 3,000 crowns. What's yours?
Found a way
5,000 mine. 'Tis much deep, and it should seem by the sum. Your master's competence was above mine, else surely his had equals. This son of a bitch. One of Lord Timon's men, Flaminius, sir, a word. Pray is my lord ready to come forth? Indeed, he is not. We attend his lordship, pray signify so much. I need not tell him that, he knows you are too diligent. Ah, is not that his steward muffled so? He goes away in a cloud, call him, call him. Do you hear, sir? By your leave, sir, why do you ask of me, my friend? We wait for certain money here, sir. If money were as certain as your waiting, 'twere sure enough. Why then preferred you not your sums and bills, when your false masters eat of my lord's meat? Then they could smile and fawn upon his debts, and take down the interest into their gluttonous maws. You do yourselves but wrong to stir me up. Let me pass quietly. Believe, my lord, and I have made an end. I have no more to reckon he to spend. Aye, but this answer will not serve. If 'twill not serve, 'tis not to base as you, for you serve knaves. How, what does his cashiered worship mutter? No matter what, he's poor, and that's revenge enough. Who can speak broader than he that has no house to put his head in? Such my rail against great buildings.
Pays to have connections.
Oi, here's Servilius. Now we shall know some answer, if I might beseech you, gentlemen, to prepare some other hour. On the light there, Servilius. I should derive much from't, for to take on my soul, my lord leaned wondrously to discontent. His comfortable temper had forsook him, he's much out of health, and keeps his chamber. Many who keep their chambers are not sick, and if he be so fair beyond his health, methinks he should sooner pay his debts, and make a clear way to the gods. Good gods, we cannot take this for answer, sir. Servilius, help my lord, there it is again. What are my doors opposed against my passage?
The shadows.
Have I been ever free, and must my house, slender man, be my retentive enemy, my gowl? The places I have fested, does it now, like a mankind, show me an iron heart? Put in now, Titus, my lord, here's my bill. Here's mine, and mine, my lord. And ours, my lord, all our bills. Knock me down with them, cleave me to the griddle. Alas, my lord, cut my heart in sums, my 50 talents. Tell out my blood. 5,000 crowns, my lord, 5,000 drops pays that, what's yours and yours. My lord, tyranny take me, and the gods fall upon you. Faith, I perceive our masters may know their caps at their money. These debts may well be called desperate ones, for a madman owes them. They have eyen put my breath from me and thy slaves. Creditors, devils. My dear lord, what if I should be so? My lord, I'll have it so, my steward. Here, my lord, so fitly. Go bid all my friends again, Lucius, Lucullus, and Sopranius. All, I'll once more feast the rascals. Oi, my lord, you only speak from a distracted soul. There is not so much left to furnish out a mater's table. Be not in a care. Go. I charge thee, invite them all. Let in the tide of knaves once more, my cook, and I'll provide. Scene 5, the same, the Senate House, the Senate sitting. Honor, health, and compassion to the Senate. Now, Captain, I am a humble suitor to your virtues, for pity is your virtue of the law. But none but tyrants use it cruelly. It proves the time and fortune to lie heavy upon a friend of mine, who in hot blood hath stepped into the law, which is past depth to those that without heed do plunge into't. He is a man, setting his fate aside of comely virtues, nor did he soil the fact with cowardice. and honor him which buys out his fault. But with a noble fury and fair spirit, seeing his reputation touched to death, he did oppose his foe. And with such a sober and unnoted passion he did behave his anger, ere 'twas spent, as if he had but proved an argument. Your undergo too strict a pardot, striking to make an ugly deed look fair. Your words have took such pains as if they labored to bring manslaughter into form, and set quarreling upon the head of valor, which indeed is valor misbegot, and came into the world when sex and fractions were newly born. He's truly valiant, that can wisely suffer the worst that man can breathe, and make his wrongs his outsides to wear them like his raiment carelessly, and ne'er prefers injuries in his heart to bring it into danger. It wrongs be evils and force us kill, what folly 'tis to hazard life for ill. My lord, you cannot make a rose, sins look clear, to revenge is no valor, but to bear. My lords then, under favor, pardon me if I speak like a captain. Why do fond men expose themselves to battle, not to endure all threats? Sleep upon't, and let the foes quietly cut their throats without repugnancy. If there be such valor in the bearing, what makes we abroad? Why then women are more valiant that they at home. It baron carrieth that the ass more captain than the lion, the felon loaden with irons wiser than the judge. If wisdom be in suffering, O my lords, as you a great be pitiful good, who cannot condemn rashness in cold blood. To kill I grant, is sin's extremest gust, I saw that, no. But in defense by mercy, 'tis most just, to be in anger's impiety, but who is man that is not angry? Way, but the crime with this, you breathe in vain. In vain he served adultery, he's vain his service done at Lacedaemon and Byzantium, were a sufficient briber for his life. What's that? I say, my lords, he has done fair service, and slain in fact many your enemies. How full of valor did he bear himself in the last conflict, and made plenteous wounds. He has made too much plenty with him. He's a sworn writer. He's a sin that often drowns him and takes his valor prisoner. If there were no foes, as for enough to overcome him in that beastly fury, he has been known to commit outrages and cherish factions. 'Tis inferred to us his days are foul and his drink dangerous. He dies. Hard fate. He might have died in war. My lords, if not for any parts in him, though his right arm might purchase his own time, and be it debt to none, yet more to move you take my debts to his and join 'em both. And for I know your reverend ages love security upon my victories, all my honor to you upon his good returns, if by this crime he owes the law his life. Why let the war receive in valiant gore, for law is strict and war is nothing more. We are for law, he dies, urged no more. On height of our displeasure, friend or brother, he forfeits his own blood that spills another. Must it be so? It must not be. My lords, I do beseech you, know me. How? Call me to your remembrances. What? I cannot think but your age hath forgot me. It could not else be I should prove too base, to sue and be denied such common grace. My wounds ached too. Do you dare our anger? 'Tis in few words, but spacious in effect. We banish thee forever. Banish me? Banish your dotage. Banish usury. What makes the Senate ugly? If after 2 days' shine Athens contain thee, attend our weightier judgment, and not to swell our spirit, he shall be executed presently. Now, the gods keep you old enough, that you may live only in bone, that none may look on you. I am worse than mad. I have kept back their foes, while they have told their money, and I let out the coin upon large interest. I myself rich only, large hurts, all those for this. Is this the balsam that the earthseen senate pours into captain's wounds? Banishment? It comes not ill. I hate not to be banished. It is cause worthy my spleen and fury, that I may strike at Athens. I'll cheer up my discontented troops and lay for hearts. 'Tis honor with most lands to be at odds. Soldiers should brook as little wrongs as gods. Scene 6 the same, a room of state in Timon's house. The good time of day to you, sir. I also witch at you. I think this honorable lord did but try us this other day. Upon that were my thoughts tired when he encountered. I hope it is not so low with him as he made it seem in the trial for several friends. It should not be by this persuasion of his new feasting. Or not. I should think so. He hath sent me an earnest inviting, which many minor occasions did urge me to put off, but he hath conjured me to be on them, and I must needs appear. Nay, in like manner was I in debt to my importunate business, but he would not hear my excuse. I am sorry when he sent to borrow me, that my provision was out. I am sick of that grief too, as I understand how all things go. Every man here. So, what would he have borrowed you? 1,000 pieces. 1,000 pieces? What of you? No, you stupid girl. He sent to me, sir. Here he comes. With all my heart, gentlemen both. And how fare you? Ever at the best, hearing well of your lordship. The swallow follows not summer more willing than we your lordship, nor more willingly leaves winter, such summer birds are men. Gentlemen, our dinner will not recompense this long stay. Feast our ears with the music a while. If they will fare so harshly, or the trumpets sound, we shall so, too, presently, till death do our part. I hope it remains not unkind with your lordship that I have returned you an empty messenger. Oi, sir, let us not trouble you. My noble lord. Ah, my good friend, what cheer? My most honorable lord, I am e'en sick of shame, that when your lordship this other day sent to me, I was so unfortunate a beggar. Think not on't, sir. If you had sent but 2 hours before, let it not cumber your better remembrance. Come bring it all together. All covered dishes? Royal cheer, I warrant you. Doubt not that, if money had this reason, can yield it. How dare you? What's the news? Alcibiades is banished. Hear you of it? Alcibiades banished? 'Tis so, be sure of it. How? I pray you, upon what? My worthy friends, will you draw near? I'll tell you more anon. Here's a noble feast toward. This is the old man still. What hold? Wilt hold? It does but time will, and so I do conceive. Each man to his stool. With that spur he would do the lip of his mistress. Your diet shall be in all places alike. Make not a city feast of it, to let the meat cool, ere we can agree upon the first place. Sit. The gods require our thanks. You great benefactors, sprinkle our society with thankfulness. For your own gifts, make yourselves praise, but reserve still to give, lest your deities be despised. Lend to each man enough that one need not lend to another. For your godheads, to borrow men will forsake the gods. Make the meat be beloved more than the man that gives it. Let no assembly of 20 be without a score of villains. If there sit 12 women at the table, let a dozen of them be as they are. The rest of your fees, O ye gods, the senators of Athens, together with a common lag of people, what is amiss in them, you gods? Make suitable for destruction. For these my present friends, as they are to me nothing, so in nothing bless them, and do nothing they are welcome. Uncovered dogs, and lap. What does this lordship mean? I know not. May you better feast never behold, you not of mouth friends. Smoke lukewarm water is your perfection. This is Timon's last. Who stuck and spangled with your flatteries, washes it off and sprinkles in your faces. You reeking villainy, live loath and long, most smiling, smooth, detested parasites. Courteous destroyers, affable wolves, meek bears, you fool of fortune, trencher friends, time flies, cap and knee slaves, vapors and minute jacks, the mind and beast, the infinite milady, you crust, you quite err. What dost thou go? Soft, take thy physique first, thou too, and thou. Ha! Stay, I will lend thee money, borrow none. What in all in motion? Henceforth be no feast. We're a villain, not a welcome guest. Burn, house, sink. Athens, henceforth hated be of Timon men and all humanity. How now, my lords? Know you the quality of Lord Timon's fury? Push! Did you see my cap? I have lost my gown. He's but a mad lord, and naught but humor sways him. He gave me a jewel the other day, and now he has beat it out of my hat. Did you see my jewel? Did you see my cap? Here 'tis. Here lies my gown. Let's make no stay. Lord Timon's mad. I feel it upon my bones.
0% chance I
One day he
lose.
gives us
I'm not here to
diamonds, next
fight
day
fair.
stones.
Found a way in. Trust me, I'm a specialist.